So we all know about fall mats, but I'm going to do a quick review in this video about some considerations you should keep in the back of your mind when using fall mats, the different sides of the beds you should be thinking about, and just some overall facts about fall mats. So falls are obviously a very serious issue in the hospital. We try to do everything that we can to avoid them. Fall mats do not stop falls, but they blunt the impact of the fall. So falls tend to occur when patients are used when they come into the hospital, at shift change, in the bathroom. So those are some times that we definitely need to be very aware of people's mobility issues and also their level of cognition. Are they aware of where their body is and how agile they actually are? So we got a room set up in BHU with the box beds. It might look it's obviously going to look a little differently, but we do have medical beds down there sometimes. So we're going to demonstrate up here on 5 East. So we have our safe side of the bed and our working side of the bed. So this is our safe side. This is the side that the patient should be getting out of. It should be ideally the side closest to the bathroom, because it's the shortest distance. If they don't have a bathroom or they need a commode, we can set the commode on the safe side where they'll be getting out. We have our side rails up on the side they're not exiting, and then of course the side rail down that they can easily exit out of the bed. And then on the working side of the bed, this is where we're going to have any equipment, so like bedside tables, IV pumps that are running, any sort of medical nursing equipment. We're going to try to keep over here. If the bed is against the wall, obviously that eliminates the working side, so then the two sides are kind of pushed together into just one area, so we have to be aware of that. We want to have the area free of any obstacles, so nothing on the ground that could be a trip hazard. These mats should be up against the bed, so there's no space in between that could be a tripping hazard. And these mats should be cleaned on a regular basis, at least once a week, on top obviously every day if possible, but then under the mat at least once a week so they don't end up sticking to the floor. So, a couple more considerations. Like I said, we have our two sides of the bed. We're going to pretend that this chair is a recliner. It should go ideally at the head of the bed, but of course you can move it around as needed. In this case, the bed is up against this wall here for the most part, but let's say for whatever reason it made sense to move this bedside commode table down. So we could, if we wanted to, we could go ahead and slide this fall mat down. Nobody says the bed has to live against the wall, and then we could go ahead and slide this bed forward for the patient, so they could have easier access to whatever area we wanted to get them up to the commode, most likely. Okay. So for bedside commodes, they should be on the ground. They should not be on the fall mat because that creates an uneven surface. It's obviously going to depend on your patient's mobility level, but ideally, if we have a bedside commode, they should be and our patient is able to get out of bed and rotate 180 degrees. The commode should be in a position where they're able to get up and do that. So in case they do fall, and of course before we're getting them up, we are moving any things they could hit their head on out of the way. But in case they do fall, ideally they would, and they're on the commode, they would fall into the bed, as you'll see later. Because when patients usually fall, they're falling pretty much straight down. So yes, they might hit their knees here, but most likely their head's going to be fine. If they're not able to do a 180-degree turn, you could throw the bedside canoe here. Let's say they have like right-sided weakness, so you can get them out of bed and then kind of have them rotate slowly and then be able to sit down like this. So in case they go down, they're going straight down onto the mat most likely, or at least relatively straight instead of onto the floor. And of course, we can move the beds against the wall. Up here, like on 5 East, it would take a little bit of maneuvering of all this equipment here, but if a patient continues to be a fall risk or have events where it's like, okay, we need to figure out something different, you could move this bed against the wall. You would have your one safe side, working side here. That's a consideration. We just tend to usually in healthcare have the beds in the middle of the floor, but in the middle of the room, but doesn't have to be that way. And then finally, just a few other things. If they have any assistive devices, they should be ready and able to use. Doesn't help if my walker's across the room and I get up. I'm either gonna not use it or go over and try to get and then fall down over there instead of falling where I should. So when you should be making sure your patients know they have assistive devices, know how to use them. If physical therapy gave them to them, make sure they actually understand when and how to use them, because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't help if they have all this equipment but they're not willing or able to use it. And being in touch with PT and OT about that can of course be helpful. And then finally, for the side rails, ideally we want to have these. Now, of course, we're not keeping 4 side rails up at once, but we want to have these side rails ideally close together like this. As you can see on this side, because yes, of course, the patient could slip out here, but that's kind of at the head of the bed, and ideally we should have the bed alarm start already be going off by the time they get down there. If we have this big gap in the middle, that doesn't really help us so much because the patient can easily wiggle out right there, and there's a lot less time for that alarm to go off and for us to get to the room before the patient potentially falls. And then where do you get fall mats from? If they're not in the room or we don't have any extra ones in like rooms that are empty or blocked, you can just call housekeeping, just ask them to bring one up, and they should bring one up pretty quickly. So just as a review, it's just important to keep in mind that we want patients using this safe area as much as possible. We want to keep it clear. We want to have all our equipment and any things that they could trip on potentially, ideally over on the working side of the bed. We want to be educating our patients on using their assistive devices, calling for help if they feel unsteady. We want to make sure we're using our side rails smartly, making use of the recliners and all the other equipment that we have. So that's a quick review. I will be available for questions, and I'll probably be doing some little education on the unit in the upcoming months, just giving you guys a review and answering any other questions that you have. But hopefully that gives you a little bit of insight into fall mats and how to use them on medical floors and also
Now an egg demonstration.
Alright, so fall mats definitely cushion the fall, and if we go ahead and drop an egg on one, this should bounce and not break. Alright. And this is what happens when you don't have fall mats.
Nurse! Nurse! I gotta pee! Nurse! I gotta pee. I gotta pee. Oh! 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 God! Oh!
Are you okay?
Oh! Oh! No! Oh, my hip! My hip!
Have you fallen and can't get up?
Yes, I've fallen. I can't get up. Oh! God! Oh, why does this happen? I gotta pee!
All right, let's help you up. And this is what it looks like with the fall mat.
Nurse! Nurse! I gotta pee! I gotta pee, nurse! Oh, I gotta pee! I gotta pee! Oh, heavens! Oh, I gotta pee! Oh, I gotta go! I gotta go! Golly! Golly, she will hurt! Oh,
Are you okay?
oh, I think so. I fell. Oh no! Oh,
Well, it looks like you fell on a soft surface. That's good.
oh, I think I'm okay. Can you
Okay,
help me up?
I can.
Oh, a big, strong, handsome.
All right, this video demonstrates the bedside commode fall into the bed with the mat.
Oh, nurse, I have to poop. Nurse, oh, where is she? Nurse, I have to poop. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. Oh, these old bones ain't what they used to be. Oh, I gotta poop. Oh, I gotta poop. Oh, God. Oh no. Oh, no. Oh, I gotta poop. I got, golly, gee, well, there's whippersnappers.
Are you
Oh.
okay?
Oh, I fell. I think I'm okay. I fell. What happened?
Did you hit your head?
No.
Okay.
I got poop.
Okay, we'll get you fixed up.